guys, how's it going? So this week I have been binge watching because Netflix has added a whole bunch of new stuff, including a lot of shows that I watch. One of them, if you know me well enough through either personal relationships or through this channel, you could probably guess which one I watched. Archer Season 7 was added this last week, and I watched it all in one afternoon because I have an obsession with that show. It's fine. It was different. I mean, they branched away from the whole, like, spy thing kind of a few seasons back anyway, but this season was interesting. I don't know how I feel about the ending yet. I guess I'll have to wait and see what happens in Season 8 to understand how I feel about the end of Season 7, because if you've watched it and you have an obsession with it like I do, you're probably freaking out as much as I am, but I won't give any spoilers away. So if you haven't seen it, Archer in general, go watch it, because even if you don't think it's your type of comedy, you will probably love it. I hated it at first, honestly, but I was curious enough to keep watching it, so here we are with my obsession. Yay. Number 2 show that I watched very quickly was How to Get Away with Murder. They added Season 3. I was very excited, but I kind of already knew the outcome to certain parts in the show. Kelsey's mom, one of the weekends I was down, was watching it, and it kind of gave away a couple of things. Even though I knew and anticipated what was going to happen, it's still, like, so many things went on that, like, hurt my heart, and it's crazy. That show was ridiculously crazy, because you don't think that there's going to be a certain outcome, and suddenly, like, that's happening, and this is happening, and all this other stuff, and sometimes it's hard to keep up with, to a degree. It's easier, I think, binge watching it the way that I get to on Netflix. But if I had to watch it once a week, when it's on TV, I don't think I'd really keep up with it as well. But it was super intense. So if you haven't watched that either, I would suggest, if you like stuff like Criminal Minds and NCIS, shows like that, this is like a more hysterical, crazier type of show compared to those, but it's super good. It sucks you in. I love it. And the third thing that I binge watched this week was Grace and Frankie. So if you guys know what that show is about at all, but haven't watched it, you're probably wondering why I would watch a show about two old ladies. Well, it's not just the two of them, though it is the main focus. It's also just hilarious, which is why I like it. I was watching it at the same time as I was watching How to Get Away with Murder, so it was kind of nice. I'd watch a couple of episodes of How to Get Away with Murder, be like super intense and crazy, and then I'd watch Grace and Frankie, and I'd be like, oh, this is so nice, so relaxing and funny, and like it still has a lot of depth. It still has a lot of depth to it, which I also enjoy because it's not just like flat-surfaced characters and stuff, but it is a comic relief, which I need occasionally. Basically, the show is about these two women whose husbands decide to divorce them so that they can get married and be together, because they've been technically secretly together for like 30 years. At first, the two women also despise each other, and they end up living in the same house. And now they're like best friends, and all this shit's happening, and yeah. For being a comedy, it's still very like family-oriented and has a lot of deep meaning to it. I don't know. It's good. Just go watch it. Just stop listening to me and watch these shows. And I've started a show yesterday that I'm already on season 2 of, called Zoo, which I personally never thought I was going to watch because it's based off of a James Patterson book. And though I do like some of his work, I don't really see myself as a big James Patterson fan, so I didn't really consider ever watching the show. But I kind of also like the idea of world catastrophes, so that's really the only reason why I started watching it, because it's about all the animals basically realizing that they can kill all the humans. So, world catastrophe stuff. I like it, I like it. I'm only a little bit into season 2, and there's only 2 seasons on Netflix, but it's pretty good. If you like world catastrophe stuff like I do, I would recommend it, I guess. It's a little cheesy sometimes. The lines of the show, like, can be really obvious. Like, something's happening in the background, and one of the characters will turn and be like, well, that's not good. And it's like, really? I didn't know that was gonna be like a bad outcome or anything. It's like you're getting shot at, but it's fine. Sometimes I don't really like the way people word things in their scripts, so that's a little pet peeve. Just a little bit. I think part of it is just because I write, so yeah. But overall, those shows have been really good. That's basically all I've been doing this week, is watching Netflix because I have no life, as you know. So, if you liked this video, please give me a thumbs up. Hit that like button. If you want to watch my previous video, I believe it'll be over here. It's just basically saying how it's been a year since my channel's been up, and I'm very excited. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so. The bubble should be over here. And I will see you later, guys. Goodbye.